pursue it, man. Nobody ran like this camp. All right, as long as I've been in it, I can speak on it. We don't run brothers away. You know what I mean? We made like with brother, you know, rest in peace, Tyon. We just had a misunderstanding. We didn't run him away, but every time he came back, we
he never took his hand off the plow.
Exactly, man. He was still going.
We had some issues because of insubordinates. Like he was like bugging out for a while. All right, but that very day, where we told him to like hit the road. Like he posted up right here. He didn't even have a camera. Or he was still, he kept his hand, on the plow no matter what. He strove for the truth unto death.
That's right. And kind of like the brother said, he brought food, man. It's a lot more than you fallout niggas be doing, man. That's
shit like Alan brought forth food, but that doesn't mean
all that shit is a regular.
If you don't repent,
if you don't repent, all that shit don't matter. It don't matter your quote unquote good deeds that you do in truth. If you leave, none of that shit matters. You know? That's right. Hey, what's your nationality? What? Man, shut up.
from the Gulf.
Oh, he from the Persian Gulf, man?
I couldn't understand.
This wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And as such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have cared for his elect.
Grace and mercy. Grace and mercy is to his saints, man. All he have care for his elect, man. Because if you really in the spirit, you can't even imagine turning your back on the Most High, man. You couldn't imagine doing it, man. You don't want to be found at what they call an infidel, man, or an enemy of the Most High, man. All right? So you niggas, hey, man, and that shit just disappointing, man. Because I came up from these brothers, man. You know what I mean? I had a love and a respect and an admiration for y'all, man. And y'all fucking turn y'all back, man. It's like leaving your fucking child. Even you older than me, you raised brothers up. It's like leaving your fucking child in the desert or something, man. You turned your back on us, man. So repent, come back.
Verse 10, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination.
According to their own imaginations, man. You got mind fucked, man. That demon mind fucked you, man. That's what be happening, brothers, man. You're going to get punished according to your own imagination. Because all those, maybe I shouldn't do this no more, or that unconfidence, you let that demon really talk you into doing that shit.
Which have neglected the righteous.
Which have neglected the righteous, man. All right, the hope of righteous, man. All right, if you lead this truth, you neglected the righteous, man.
And forsaken the Lord.
And most importantly, you forsook Yahweh Hashem Shah, man. All right, you ain't give a fuck about the Lord, man. All right, you brothers just came out here and was running your mouth and talking shit, trying to look good, man. Bullshit. You ain't care about this, man.
For whoso despises wisdom and nature, he is miserable.
He's miserable. That's why, hey, speaking on that situation, said you look like you seen a ghost, man. That's because you knew what it was. Not like brothers is carnal, they gonna put hands on you, but you knew, damn, spiritually, damn. Because when a brother leads his truth, I would imagine, that's the last thing he want to do is see a brother that's in the truth. You know, it's a possibility he gonna rebuke your ass. You believe it, man.
And their hope is vain. Their labors unfruitful, and their works are unprofitable.
Yeah, their works are unprofitable. Ain't nothing you doing outside of this truth that's profitable anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's on,
and this ain't even no hateful rebuke or nothing. We want you to repent, bro. You know what I'm saying? But for brothers that fell out, especially, bro, we want you to repent and come back, man. All right? Because we don't want to leave you in this motherfucker, man. You know? But of course, it's the Lord's will, so we'll see.
That's right. Okay, right quick.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 28.
That's right.
For the Most High, Yahweh love none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
Yes. None but him that dwelleth with wisdom. And how do you dwell with wisdom? All right, dwelling with wisdom is synonymous with dwelling with the Most High. The Most High is wisdom. He created wisdom. You know what I mean? So the Most High, of course, the Most High is going to love somebody that cleave unto him. I think that's what Sirach too. I mean, that's talking about tribulation, but just to make the point, right? Cleave unto him, man. You know? That's who the Most High love, and that's who the Most High hopefully is going to have mercy on in that day. Those that have cleaved onto him.
That's right.
All right? You got, because this is a contract, man. You know how they say in the world, breach of contract, like when you fuck up a contract or something. When you come in this truth, that's a contract, man.
I got a precept of what you were saying. It's Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and count up the cost, whether he have sufficient funds to finish it?
Right, and count the cost before you come in the truth. Now, I would be a liar to you, man, if I told you I actually sat down and thought about that, because I guess I was like the two fishermen.
I was gonna say that.
I just heard it and ran with it.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that.
But so, you
Yeah,
gotta,
but even remember that one scene from Men in Black, or when you know they that movie that kind of deals with you know, I've come to the conclusion as far as like entertainment, like even if like the writer wasn't inspired by the Bible, you know, whatever he comes up with is gonna like you're gonna it's probably just like you and you know as far as like you being spiritual personally, but like it's usually like you can't you can't avoid you know or at least like watching something and thinking about scriptures. All right, but you know in the scene you know like he was like called and chosen because you know there were all these that one scripture you know not that many mighty. All right, because he was in order to get the job he was going against or you know like military personnel or you know people from like the FBI, CIA, and all that. All right, but what happened was you know he was just a street cop, like an undercover cop, and he ended up like getting like the job and all that. All right, but like the qualifications, it was kind of like or you know the few precepts that built up to like Luke 9:62. All right, because like and all that because you know like what happened like he had to count the cost, like he had to like because the guy told him that or you know if you want to be a part of this you know or you got to change your name, you got to change your identity, or we're gonna erase your memory. Like you can't associate with your family and friends, or you got to cut them off completely. All right, and then he was like, I'm gonna give you some time to like think about you know if this is something you really want to do. All right, you know, and remember that scene when he was like on the bench, or you know, just like reflecting, meditating, to see if he had what it takes in order to like have that type of occupation. You know, it's kind of like it's not that deep as far as like the scriptures go, as far as like what we have to do. You know, we can still see our families and all that. All right, but you know, when this truth is your first priority, you're gonna end up, or you know, the things you were doing in the world, you know, that's gonna Satan's gonna use that as a conflict. Or you know, as far as like you know, it might be like a good friend's birthday, family birthday, or you can't show up, or maybe you said you were gonna like do this, but you know, but then you know you got camp, or you got something to do as far as like the brotherhood or things like that. You know, when this truth is your first priority, or then you're gonna you know not many people can handle that. Or you know, like whether it be their, you know, like their woman, like as far as like, you know, just like wanting to spend more time and things like that. Or you know, not everyone like can handle, you know, and that's one of the like the little things. Like as far as you know, it's like hey, like there's things like even heavy, like you're presented with like some sort of like ultimatum on both sides.
that's right.
Oh, that's the spirit. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, shake off the fucking demons. What the brother says is true, man. But you gotta shake off the demons, man. All right, cause like I was saying, some brothers didn't sit down and count the cost. I know I didn't. I heard the word and immediately tried to go teach, man. You know what I'm saying? But as I learned more, I just accepted the fact that okay, tribulation is gonna come with this. Maybe you know how they say it was sweet at first, you know,
Right.
maybe a little too sweet for me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when the tribulation hit, you know, even though I didn't sit and count the cost, I just took it on the chin, man. You know, so you gotta take shit on the chin and the truth, man. All right, because the best place for you to be is over here, man. Like the apostle, the part was talking. I don't know if y'all seen that. Video talking about
Once
the
you cross the line,
Once
you
cross
gotta
the
stay
line.
there.
Yeah, man, come on. You know what I'm saying? So now that you are on the other side, you know, if the Lord don't put the spirit on you to repent, you gotta stay over there, bro. And who wants to be on that side? Not you know. I'm talking about in the world, man.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. But the point is at 21. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and
Yeah,
where
that's a
thieves
point
break
too.
through and steal. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven.
And that's what Jake do though. They lay up treasures on earth, man. You know, they lay up treasures. Yeah, you know, they build up their credit, their 401k and shit. You know, try to save up for their children's college fund, stuff like that. You know,
Just like as far as like business, being like entrepreneurs.
starting their own business.
Yeah, I remember. You ever hear of that company like it was like Tahitian Noni International or something like that?
Tahitian, no.
It was like they were selling like it's like noni juice, which is like really good for you. And all that.
Yeah.
All right, but there was this one like Jake, he was just like talking about like we need to our people need to like get together like we need to create old money like these white people and all that. And, as far as it was like a pyramid scheme and all that shit. But
That's right.
as far as like his dreams and intentions of generating the type of like income. All right, but it said like cursed be like thou basket in thy store.
That's right. Yeah, and then the scripture, what you read that again, bro?
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19.
So like, laying up their treasures, cause this what it is too. Cause the brothers in Chicago, they was going in. The brother Jeremiah, Rataz, or what? They were big actors. They was going in and shit. Cause they was talking about how niggas they got they buying these houses at market low value, probably big ass houses. Like they pay the like it's a lien on the house. They didn't pay the taxes off. But they have a 5-bedroom house. The tax is $2,000. Now they pay that shit off and they own it. They owning all these Bugattis and luxury cars and shit. He said, man, niggas if they allow niggas to own shit like that, that's how you do America does. They giving niggas these big ass, but Rick Ross give niggas big ass mansions, all that shit, man. That's how you know America is over with. They giving you niggas too much liberty. Too much liberty.
That's the spirit. Go ahead. Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt.
Right, because you ain't got to worry about your shit getting taken away. In the kingdom of heaven, you ain't going to be no eviction notices. You're going to own your land. Right? You ain't going to have your wife ain't going to be talking all this bullshit, try to use your fucking children against you, because she going to know their place, man.
That's right.
Your children going to know their place, and everything is going to be in order, man.
Yeah,
right? That's
right.
when we truly going to have rest, all right? So you people, because when they try to, what am I trying to say, hoard their riches.
They
man,
do.
All right? It never works out anyway for Jake, man. How many 30 for 30 brokes you niggas gotta watch, man? When you see these rich ass niggas go broke, it's not meant for you to have money here, all right?
Yeah, and
That's
if
why
you, Salaki, man, if you do, then you doing some left-handed shit, some homosexual shit to keep that money.
D'Angelo got that song "Slice of the Devil's Pie."
Yeah, D'Angelo, he whack as fuck now. They just made a meme about the nigga. when he had that song, the nigga, what the song he made? All the bitches love it. He had his shirt off.
I know
talking about
it's-
Maxwell, I think.
No, that's D'Angelo.
No,
That's D'Angelo?
I can't-
I know. He tried to make a
CD
comeback.
and shit. He had his shirt off and shit.
in the video too. Yeah, but they was making an analogy that nigga broke and shit now. He don't got no money. He fat and everything, man.
Yeah, just like MC Hammer.
You go ahead.
And where thieves do not break through nor steal. Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there your heart be also.
Right. Hey, where your treasure is, that's cool. Where your treasure is, where your heart is, man.
Yeah, that's all
Right,
you
so
gonna think about.
If you got, let's say you got a whole bunch of bad bitches, all you think about is how to get more bad bitches. Money, cars, clothes, whatever the fuck it is, man. All right, but if your heart is in this truth, that's maybe I'm saying it backwards. If your heart is in this truth,
That's cool. You said it right.
that's where your heart's gonna lie.
That's where
He said, where your treasure is, there where your heart be
Oh,
also.
okay. So if you realize your treasure is in the kingdom of heaven,
Come.
that's when your heart is gonna lie, waiting on the kingdom. So like,
That's all you gonna think about.
That's all you're gonna think about, the kingdom coming, man. All right? Because when you accept that you can't rule here, because that's what Jake don't want to accept. That they not gonna rule. They can't be what they want to be. They can't be the so-called white man in America, man. Because that's really what Jake is fighting to be, Esau. You know what I mean? But when you really accept that that's not gonna happen for you in America, it's easier to deal with this shit. It's easy for me personally. It's easy to be poor. Nigga. I used to hate that shit. It's easy to be broke, man. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to, it's annoying, but dealing with these evil women, because now I know.
But it's a balance though, because that's why the Lord say, give you poverty nor riches.
Yeah, I
He
know.
give us that balance. He give us the necessities that we need, man.
Exactly.
Food, clothes, and a house to cover our goddamn shame.
Exactly.
That's right,
Hey,
that's right.
it's
A
speaking
personal
of
testimony.
No, go ahead.
Man, every day I used to be like, man, I gotta get some money.
Yeah, that's not the goal.
Now I'll be like, man, fuck that money, man. Fuck that money, man.
Yeah, because the scriptures say, labor not to be rich. We just want our daily bread. At the end of that Matthew the 6th chapter, all they go to the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day our daily bread.
Just right quick, just like on a personal testimony, like even in this truth, I've been homeless and broke as fuck. You know what I mean? And it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it wasn't good for me because it helped me to gain more faith. All right, but it was like an uncomfortable thing. I've had an abundance of money in this truth, and it wasn't good. That shit wasn't good for me on this side. All right, Jake ain't ready to have riches. I know I'm not. If you give me too much money on this side, it's gonna distract.
That's the curse.
I had that happen to me.
Yeah.
So when I was homeless and broke, or I had a little money, all right, now I'm right in the middle. That's that, and I understood that scripture. You know what I mean?
And when you have a lot of money in this truth, or you come across money in this truth, I mean, from my point of view, from what I've been through, it's like when I touch it, I blew it fast because the things, I felt like, when you feel like the money makes you like do things that you, like you in the truth, you do your videos, when you get that money in your hand, you start slacking on certain shit. So you run through that money quick, and then when you run through it all, and you back broke, you feel relief.
Yeah, because you got when you got money, you got access to certain things you didn't have when you was broke. You can buy bitches, you can buy bottles, you can buy food, you can rent a whip,
So that
you
Lord
can buy a job.
that Lord window always be out the window, because when you got money, it's like, oh man, you need an oil change? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get an oil change. That Lord willing go out the door. When you ain't got it, you gotta be like, man, Lord willing, man.
Hey, look, that's the spirit. That's why the Lord gonna bring us down to nothing, man. That's how he gonna do. He gonna break us down and build us up. But that's why the scriptures say, just run, work, fat, and kick, man. Because when they get money, that's when they forget who the Lord is.
Exactly.
When Jake get money, they don't know the Lord, man.
In Proverbs, keep on forgetting me.
In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction, man.
Exactly. That's why when the Most High, when you gain riches, you should meditate on when you was broke, and vice versa.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because that'll keep you humble. Man.
That's
But
right.
Jake don't do that. Man. I ain't gonna lie, I was good to see that. Man.
But that shit, hey, it's hard. You gotta be a man and admit it. It's hard,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Because it's a distraction, shit. Because in the kingdom, that's what it is. We gonna be able to do it. We ain't in the kingdom yet. That's how you think you're in the kingdom. You got money. You got money, man. You think you're in the kingdom. You think you're...
If I may, I wanted to land back and say too, and this is the scripture. I know the spirit kind of slipped, but I want to bring it
all
up.
over the place.
I know. This right quick, Isaiah 30 and 21, it says, "And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left." So I know that was initially for like where your heart is, there shall your church be also. But I just felt the need to want to bring that out because like when you first hear this word, you run with it. Same thing for you Jakes. The thing is, y'all not running with it, man. You know, y'all hear this word, but y'all ain't trying to, because it ain't benefiting your pockets, man. Y'all ain't running with it.
They just come up here and say, yeah, right on, bro.
Cut.
Yeah.
Cut.
But it do benefit you